Hello friends, Tokjo here, and if you started looking for your glasses, you don't have to. This character on the screen is not Luigi, this one is not Bowser, and this one, well, it is Ryu, but the game isn't Smash. The game you see here is called Power Rangers Battle of the Grid, and you may ask yourself why I wanted to talk about this game on my channel. I think this is the best entry game for any Smash player that is interested in more traditional, to not say real fighting games, and I'm gonna give you 10 reasons why. Of course, this video is not sponsored. I will just give you, my honest opinion about this little game. I enjoy personally a lot. And first few reasons will be pretty technical ones, so I will put some ranked matches so you can, see this game in action. Of course, I'm not like the best player. I wouldn't call myself even a good player, but not being good is also fun, especially in this game. So, I hope you're gonna like it. And just as disclaimer, this won't be the guide for this game. I will be touching on some mechanic of this game just to make point, but I won't go through everything. If you would like me to do a straight up guide for it, or just entry guide for any fighting game for Smash players, all different mechanics, I can do it, so let me know in the comments. And as for now, let's go with the list. Alright, so first reason may seem pretty obvious, and this is that this game is on Nintendo Switch. Of course, if you play Smash, you most probably own Switch, so you won't need to use your PC, etc. And yeah, it's on other consoles as well. I will be talking about this very soon, but firstly, how does it perform on Switch? Well, as you can see on the gameplay here, it performs well. You can notice some, frame drops here and there on some stages, but to be honest, I think those are bugs in the game, it's not the problem with Switch performance. When you play story mode, if I remember correctly, and of course I beat story mode in this game like a year ago, but I haven't noticed any frame drops at all. Then in arcade mode, almost all stages are having those, so I don't really know. But then when you go online, game runs smoothly as long as you have good connection. So I think performance is good enough. And practice mode, at least this, normal stage for practice mode is working well as well. So I think all important stuff are performing pretty well in this game. Of course, this game is on other platforms as well, and I will be mentioning it soon. But before I do this, let me talk about the second reason. It is another simple one. This game is pretty affordable. I would even call it cheap. If I remember correctly, I bought this game for $5. Of course, without any DLC, just basic rooster. But it's enough. I think it's enough for start. If you want to check if you like this game or not. Of course, the best way would be if this game could be free to play, but it's not. But it's alright. I think this game is worth its money. And I mentioned other platforms already, so you may seem happy that this game has both rollback netcode and crossplay, and both things are very important. And for any Smash players, we know the pain of delay-based netcode a bit too well, I would say. So having a game that runs pretty well online, it's important to know this, especially that Smash has this big advantage that it has amazingly big community. It's big probability that your friends are playing this game. Even if they are playing casually, it's very easy to find someone to play. Now with more niche games, it's more difficult, so you will be playing online much more. And it's good that game has rollback, and also it's very good that game has crossplay. Out of experience, a lot of fighting games on Switch, fighting game sports, aren't very good, not because they are not performing well, but before it's so difficult to find anyone online if you want to play, with real people. And this game doesn't have this problem. Actually, you are waiting shorter for a match than in Tekken, for example. And it's a great achievement because this game didn't sell as well as Tekken, but as I mentioned, it has both crossplay and rollback, something that even some big games like Tekken or new KOF don't have. And talking about online play, my fourth point is that a lot of beginners are playing in this game. I found some memes that a lot of kids are playing this, and you know, it may be true. Power Rangers is franchise that is aiming at, you know, younger audience, so maybe a lot of kids playing it. But you know, this game is also well known that it's pretty good overall for beginners, not only for Smash beginners, let's say. And yeah, a lot of beginners you will find. And it's pretty good, especially if you are like total beginners in terms of more traditional fighting games. Having big pool of people around your level, it's very good for your learning curve and stuff. So now let's go back to practice mode, because I would like to show you next point. And it is that this game is made with traditional controller in mind. Personally, I am playing it on the stick because I'm so used to playing on the stick, but if you thought that you need to buy stick to play fighting games, you know, it's not true anymore. I would say there are still some fighting games that are much more comfortable on stick. Street Fighter is best example, since you know you have 6 normals. Here in this game you have only 3 normals, 1, 2, 3, and 1 additional button for your specials. I will be talking about specials in a second, but you know, just because you can use only your face buttons, at least for most of stuff, it is very good. This game has 2 additional buttons, and those are assist buttons, like this or this. But assist, you know, are functioned a bit differently, and to be honest, I think having them on shoulders is even making the game a bit easier, because you want to use, you know, your assist a bit independently from your character. And I will be honest with you, sometimes I am personally wondering if I should drop a stick for this game and just play with regular gamepad. I think it is even more comfortable. I don't know about GameCube though, but you know, a lot of Smash players already play with Pro Controller, so they should be alright. Yeah, and the next thing is that this game is pretty fast-paced, similar to Smash, I would say. Tekken or Street Fighter, again I'm mentioning those a lot, are much slower, I would say, than Street Fighter. Even Sakurai mentioned that in his Kazuya presentation. So this game is very fast. You are moving fast. You are attacking fast. No, it has some Smash similarity, and I also think that specials in this game are working similarly to specials in Smash, and by it I mean they are pretty big, taking a lot of screen, and you know, they are pretty easy to understand. For example, I play Mewtwo in Smash, so I like to follow my projectile, and that's why I play Tommy here, and I can follow projectile here as well. And talking about the specials, let's get to the another point, and this is that this game have no motion inputs. I know, this is mean among the FCG community that Smash players can do motion inputs, and this is, to be honest, partially true only because Smash has motion inputs, just not traditional one. You know, let's say when you are doing B-reverse, you are doing some kind of motion inputs. You don't have Hadouken inputs, you don't have Shuriken inputs, right? Of course, unless you are playing Cryo. And this game, similarly, unless you are playing Cryo, doesn't have motion inputs as well. And yeah, and why it is important? Of course, I don't think that Smash players can't learn motion inputs. No, for example, I can do motion input like Hadouken, Shuriken, Statsu, right? It's not such a big deal, but if you want to start a new game, probably you would like to start playing it almost immediately, you know, out of the box, feel confident and competent. And in Street Fighter it's not really possible. You need to spend first month or 2 just in practice mode, practicing your motion inputs before you will be ready to do them in match. And you know, everything is based on specials, right? Specials are used in combo, specials are used in neutral. So it's good if you can start rather with thinking about neutral rather than thinking about learning special inputs. And talking about neutral, as I mentioned, this game is said to be overall very good for beginners. And why is that? I think one of the reasons is that the learning curve, I would say, it's very incremental in this game. And what I mean by that, I mean that you can learn some foundation and then you are just building on top of it. And what you already learned, even if it was your first day of game or 100th day of playing this game, stays with you and will be useful later. Let me show you an example, because I may be describing a bit confusing. This game has auto combos, but I think they are done a bit smarter than in a lot of games like this. Let's say in Dragon Ball Fighters, you're just mashing one button and your character is doing amazing stuff. Here, auto combos itself are pretty short. You have light auto combo, medium auto combo, and heavy auto combo. And you can start your adventure with this game just by doing only auto combos. If you hop online, there is a lot of beginners, as I mentioned, that are mostly using auto combos only. You know, they want damage, they are doing heavy. They want something fast, they are doing light auto combo. But if you want to spend some time in practice mode, your next step could be just to connect each auto combos with each other. If you notice, let's say light auto combo, it has 3 hits, and third hit is, let's call that combo finisher. It's not really true, but you know, it will push your enemy away from you. But first 2 hits are leaving him very close to you. So you may try to, after first 2 hits, try to do medium hits, and you will see if they connect. They are connecting, right? So if you do the same with heavies, now we will do only first hit of medium and then go to heavies. You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and you have longer, much stronger combo. That is as fast as lights, but when light auto combo has 110 only damage, this thing called magic sequence going through lights to heavies has 181, so much more. And you know, you may start with this, and then in the future, when you are expanding your skill, you still could start with this stuff, just add special, for example, then add launcher, then add another special, etc, etc, etc. You are building on what you already learned. In Tekken, for example, if you learn your combo from your launcher in that game, which is hop kick, you notice that the easiest combos and the most difficult, even shown in the game, are much different with each other. They aren't connected to each other at all, so if you start with easier one, later in the future you will, when you would like to play more optimal, you will need just to learn the combo from scratch. And to be honest, later in the Tekken you will notice that you will do your launcher pretty rarely. You will rather want to do your counter hit launcher, and with counter hit launcher you have even different combos, so this learning curve is much different there than in this game. It's all I want to say. And of course, you know, this point is good for Smash players, but also for any beginners. And I mentioned that we have Ryu character. No, it's not only Ryu, we have also we have also Chun-Li character in this game. And they are, you know, fighting game characters, like more traditional fighting games, and similar to Smash, they have inputs, comments. You know, there is even this small difference that in Smash you can do specials with special button, but here, you know, the special button is replaced with launcher for those characters, so you need to learn your inputs, and you know, it's actually good. If you want to practice specials, because special inputs, because maybe in the future you want to play Street Fighter or Guilty Gear or whatever, you can just hop in practice mode, buy Ryu or Chun-Li, because they are DLCs. Sorry for that, you will need to spend a bit more, but you can just practice those in practice mode, you know, still in this game. Buying DLC is still cheaper than buying new game, and you can check out if you feel comfortable with doing those inputs and stuff. And also this game making the inputs a bit easier, maybe not the inputs itself, but confirming into inputs. And what I mean by this is that when you are playing fighting game, you don't want just to jump in Tatsu, because if your enemy will block it, you will get big punish for just doing YOLO specials. You want to confirm from, you know, let's say low kick. But yeah, but if you are confirming from the normal, you need to input your motion input pretty fast. And what this game did, at least Ryu, to be honest, I haven't played much Chun-Li, but at least Ryu, you know, you are doing combo. Ryu also have auto combo system like other characters, but his heavy combo is pretty interesting. If you press it very fast, it will be 3-hit combo, but if you input it a bit slower, it would be 4-hit combo. And why is that? Well, it is because the second hit of his auto combo is Ryu's command input from Street Fighter called Solar Suplex, and it is multi-hit. And why it is important? Well, because during this whole time you have a lot of time to do any input you want. Of course, it's still not hour, it's just, 2 hits instead of 1, but it's still making it much easier to input. So if you want to do combo with Ryu, it's usually pretty easy. You are just doing normal magic sequence, just you are finishing with some specials. Right. How do you know? You may also finish it with launcher, of course, and then do magic sequence in the air, but anyways. And the last reason why I would suggest this game for anyone is that this game is just a lot of fun. I just love playing it. I will be honest with you, there was the period where I didn't upload on this channel because I got addicted to this game and haven't played Smash too much. So yeah, I really like playing this game, and I hope if you give it a try you will have fun as well. As I mentioned, this video is not sponsored. Power Rangers, if you want to sponsor me, please write me an email. Anyways, I hope you like my list. And again, if you would like to see more content from that game on my channel, please let me know. I can do like entry guides, some more character guides. First of all, I can put a lot of gameplay from this game here. Just let me know, okay? And if you would like me to play maybe some other fighting games and show you, there are some other beginners game like Fantasy Strike, for example, or even Pokken Tournament. Also let me know, and it will be on this channel, no worries. So, as for now, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in my future videos. Bye bye.